Alright, day number 4 in Alabama. Got some fresh faces. We'll do proper introductions after daylight. For right now, we're trying to get down this road to put our ears on some good dirt. So, a little crispness in the air. Got some sleeves on this morning. Feels good.
Golfer tracks. Yeah. Just hats. Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Out the back. That's kind of a rattlesnake. Yeah. That would end up every night.
Yeah. They've been living on this road, looks like.
Turkey's not there.
No, that's the one that's living on that road. We've been following him for the last half mile. So we've been following that turkey for the last half mile.
I'll make him come around the corner or something.
Yeah.
We can't go much further than this. I mean, that turkey's on it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get that drain. The problem with these pines right here, it's so thick, you gotta call them in the road.
Yeah.
There's a hardwood drain.
Is that the same turkey we heard when we stopped?
No,
I thought that turkey was right.
I think it was behind me.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I would rather go on that turkey because it's in a prettier spot. And I think it's actually yelp at him in the woods. But I wonder if that drain's clean. We could get in there and call him up in the drain. Right on that freaking road. Right where it bends.
He's got it. He's pretty. He's pretty.
They've called him pretty wild, this turkey.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Y'all get.
Sounds like a train.
See down the road a little bit, and I get off to make him come around the corner. I would say if you're sitting back in here, making him try to come up all the way here, see down this road.
Yeah.
And I would say sit right in here, and then us get on the corner.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep.
We'll just let you handle all the Call of Duties for now. That's kind of odd.
Don't screw this up.
Don't screw it up. One chance, rookie.
Ooh. I like him. I like him already. Way to the left.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth. When he comes into sight, how far is he gonna be down there?
Like 40 yards.
Yeah, that's about right, huh? Get him, David.
Get my thermosol out.
He must have some hens flying down around him.
That turkey in the distance is struck.
I mean, as I'm saying.
There's like a couple of them over in the distance.
Yeah. He's got something making him turn over, ain't he?
My stomach's all kind of tore up.
Mine do. So like songs with a humpback whale in here. Oh man, he's right here. Drumming. Tell me when I'll stop him. There we go. Was the gun on safety?
My trigger was messed up.
Oh, was it? I saw him keep pulling that trigger. Sweet. Oh man, that was ABC, my friend. You believe it?
The trigger was messed up. I flinched so big. I pulled the trigger and nothing happened.
I was like, what's going on? Did he load his gun? I was like, man, I was fixing to think, man, we were in a pickle if he didn't load that gun because we ain't got no wiggle room. I saw you keep going, you said, crap.
I was like, there's no way this is about to happen.
How perfect is that? How ABC was that?
Even I couldn't mess that up. Man, incredible.
Unreal. Yes, sir.
We've hunted together for all of 15 minutes. It was the conductor hat.
You think it was?
Yeah. I switched hats at the last second from my Texas
Shaking a
dog
little
contest.
bit, man.
I was shaking a lot bit on that tree. I was probably shaking everything around me too. My stomach was growling so loud I thought that turkey was going to get spooked.
Well, you've seen one die now. I said, well, you've seen one die now.
Seen one die now.
He said this morning. He said, I hadn't even seen a turkey die this year. I said, we're going to try to fix that.
All by himself.
All perfect ones.
Lonely
Just
looking for love.
perfect.
Is he a light turkey?
Probably a 17-pound turkey.
I tell you what, buddy, he sounded good. Son,
Mike can crack out, man.
he sounded good,
He
son.
got him where he's on a limb. You go, he's pretty.
That's a pretty one.
Hunt him. Did you hear that other one over there just
Yeah.
killing it?
That's what I told him. I said, the hens must be flying down around him or something because he just started sawing like 5 or 6 in a row.
Old man said he kind of went berserk.
God, what a turkey hunt. That was about ABC as it comes, isn't it? I said we were going to do introductions after daylight. Things got a little, well, perfect, I guess you can say.
That may be his last one.
But we're hunting with Mr. Neil Hayes, Mr. David Hawley, Mossy Oak Fellers. And I guess I don't know if this is how they typically do business, but it happened too fast to give an introduction. So I told him this morning, I said, we'll do the pleasantries in the morning when we can see. I was like, well, that kind of got derailed. We still haven't.
Oh, we were just
Mr.
looking at
Neil.
his last track. We were looking. He came up this road. It looks like late yesterday afternoon. You can see.
Yeah,
his
we
tracks.
followed his tracks all the way in here in the dark.
And then his tracks came right back down the
Come right
road, and
back
they
down.
stopped right there by that little spot of blood.
Yep. Whoops.
I told David this morning, I said, hunting with you and David, I said the only thing I would use a mouth call this morning is stop the turkey.
I still ain't touched mine. Mine's still in the call packet. Mr. Hawley handled that.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get to hear no flute, but you know what I mean?
You could hear flute at some point.
He helped us a couple times.
No, I didn't.
No,
hit the
not
flute.
this morning.
I
Magic flute,
thought
no.
I heard you hit it.
No magic flute. No Jethro Tull.
Yeah, so like right when we first saw him, you could just see that little
A
top
white,
of the white
son.
on his head just floating over the
There's some
over the
woodies.
grass we were looking over. And
I could hear that drumming.
yeah, he drummed once or twice right there, and then did he ever gobble once after we saw him?
Not after we
I
saw
blacked
him.
out. I
Right
remember
before we saw him, buddy, he give one out, and I was like,
I mean, he gobbled like right there.
that was good, boy. That was good.
I'm like, there he is.
That was good.
That first gobble on the
was
ground.
good.
They gonna
We
like
didn't
that.
know if he was even on the ground or not. He was right
Everybody
there.
tightened up. I said, yeah, that's good. If that don't crank your tractor, son, that sucker's dead in the field, you know what? Jeez, that's
Did you feel how bad I was shaking?
Oh, I heard. You
Shaking the whole
could hear.
tree.
You could hear the.
There's something about those road marches too they make. It's
Yeah.
like when you know they're coming up a road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're about to. Well, when you're looking around a corner like this, you know they're about to break it. Like he gobbled what?
thought-
He had to gobble 10 yards before he broke. Because I mean, when he gobbled last time, I thought we got to be able to see that turkey soon. And when you see that little white cap, you saw him before I did because I heard you whisper.
Yeah.
I said he must have seen him, and I saw that white head and through that grass,
Yeah.
and he stopped right there and he put it back down and I said.
See, I was in the back of my mind, I was thinking he was going to try to cut through it like turkeys like to do.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, they cut the
last
corner.
second, cut in here and go towards where David was calling.
I looked at it and I thought, man, that looks a little bit. Common sense would tell you he's gonna stay in the road, but they don't do common sense very well, you know.
You never know what they're doing.
You want to smoke these things?
Yeah. I've been waiting on you for 10 minutes.
All right. I get chatty sometimes when I'm around a dead turkey. I just get chatty.
You get excited. You get happy.
Get chatty.
Well, you're holding it, you look like Joe Booth, a little just monkey.
Chatty Cathy.
Mr. Hawley don't want to smoke a cigar with us. He said he'd give him up. Give him up by the time he did what? He'd give him up at the same time he did hard liquor.
Yeah.
Hard liquor and cigar.
Hard liquor, hard time in the pen, in the clink.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Horse rustling, cattle rustling. It looks good though.
It's
It's
tasty.
good form.
I tell you what, it's better than bacon and eggs. Me and Courtney have this conversation every time. She's like, how do I always end up downwind of this thing? How do I always end up downwind of this thing? Better than bacon and eggs. It's not better than bacon.
I've never smoked a cigar post turkey hunt. I figured I'd always wait for my first one, dude. Would be Dave Owens.
It's a fine way to slow down.
It is.
We
I think sometimes we get in a hurry after a turkey and just
especially when other turkeys
thing.
are gobbling. When other turkeys are gobbling, it's real easy to just hang one up and keep on moving. And I can't say that hadn't still done it a time or two when like you're wanting to take advantage of that magic hour. But buddy, I tell you what, try to slow down and
They'll be there for another day.
they'll be there. And they're in the current environment, it has gotten almost as satisfying knowing that they're
I know.
still there for another day. You know what I mean? It didn't always be that way.
Yeah.
And to nobody's fault. I mean, that's just that's a turkey hunter, man. You get one taste, and you unfortunately want another taste. You know.
Yeah.
But
It's like a drug.
it's rough.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. It's like the distant gobbles. There's something haunting about that.
Yep.
Like, is that really a turkey? Is that a spirit? You know. Of course, I'm about half convinced turkeys aren't real until we actually
Until you
pull the
put
trigger. You know,
until you
it's
put your
something
eyes on them. Yep. We was discussing yesterday with Mr. Mayfield. I was like, man, I've had these weird thoughts and thought I was the weirdest person in the world. I was like, man, I need to keep this stuff to myself. People are gonna put me in a poem, you know, they're gonna freaking put some chains on me. Then I hear him say some of the very same stuff. I'm like, if he's thinking it too, might not be as weird as I think I am, or we both could be strapped together at home. I don't know. You know?
Yeah. I think that all the time about myself. But we're part of the cult. That we come by it naturally.
Hey, we appreciate you guys joining us for this video. If you like this one, you'll probably like the next one. I'll leave it up here in the corner. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along with us, or leave our social media links down in the description below. That's also where you'll be able to find links on the turkey calls we use and the apparel we wear and that kind of stuff. So you can find that in that little drop down description below. And as always, we sure appreciate you guys following along.